well, if Calvinism is true, then God is evil because he's making all these things happen. And I'm thinking, so what if Calvinism is true and then you stand before God? You're going to be like, God, you're evil. You going to try that? If you're wrong, you're blaspheming God when you say that. That seems like a pretty weird thing to say. But then on the flip side, you'll have a Calvinist, and I actually talked to a Calvinist a couple days ago, friendly conversation, but he said, if Calvinism is not true, then what you have is a weak God because he wants people to be saved, but he just can't make it happen. And I just said, you going to stand before God and tell him he's weak? Like, is that what you're going to do? And what this is that this is what I like to call trotting out the ark. Do you remember the story in the Old Testament when the children of Israel were fighting their enemies, the Philistines, and they thought, man, we're not winning against our enemies. Tell you what, let's get the ark out of the temple or out of the tabernacle. Let's bring it out onto the battlefield and let's go to war with the ark. In other words, we're going to make it so it's like, God, you have to give us victory because if we lose the ark. Well, they lost. And what some people do is they trot out the gospel. And they feel their theological position so important on this, whatever topic it is, say it's foreknowledge, Calvinism, whatever, that they're going to say that anyone who disagrees with them on the particulars of their theology is actually disagreeing on the gospel itself. Now, when it comes to me and a Jehovah's Witness, that's a gospel issue. Me and Mormonism, that's a gospel issue. Even Catholicism, that's a gospel issue. But Calvinism, Arminianism, that is not a gospel issue. Thank you, Lord.